so when it tells me to expand a logarithmic expression, this means to make it really big and put pluses where I have multiplication and subtractions where I have division. So on the first one, I have two terms being multiplied together, 7 and x. So I'm going to have log base 3, 7, and then I split up multiplication with a plus because these are like exponents where those get added together when I'm multiplying the bases. Okay. That's all I have to do for number 1. Same thing on number 2. Apparently I like log base 3. I just split it up into two terms. Okay. Number 3 is a little more work, so I'm going to do log base 4, 3, plus log base 4, x to the 7. When I have an exponent and I'm expanding, exponents are going to move out in front of the logarithm. So this is going to go from log base 4, 3, to 7 log base 4, x. Same thing on number 4. So it's log base 7, 5, plus log base 7, x cubed. Then the exponent is going to go in front of the term. So it's going to be log base 7, 5, that didn't change, plus 3 log base 7, x. LNs work the same way. They are just ln. So I'm going to have ln 3 plus ln x squared, because those two are on top of the fraction. Then I have minus ln 4, because that was on the bottom. The exponent is going to move out front. Then I have ln 3 plus 2 ln x minus ln 4. Same thing for number 6. I have ln 4, and then I subtract ln 5, because it's on the bottom, and I subtract ln x cubed, because this is also on the bottom. I need to take my exponent and move it out front. So I have ln 4 minus ln 5, those don't change, minus 3 ln x. Number 7 through 12 are the backwards of what I did from 1 through 6. So I'm trying to make it shorter. So what I first want to do is I want to put my exponents back. So I'm going to have log 4 squared, and then minus log x cubed. Log 4 squared is the same thing as 16. And then minus means I turn it back into a fraction. So it's going to be log 16 over x cubed. Same thing over here. Subtract is division, so I'm going to have 4 over 7, and I can't simplify that fraction. Number 9 is log base 6, 3, plus log base 6, and the exponent is going to move on to the 4, so 4 squared, minus log base 6, 9. 4 squared is 16. Oh, that's not where the 16 went. Then I want to multiply those numbers that have the plus and divide by the one with the subtract. So I have log base 6, 3 times 16, and this gets divided by 9. So I want to just simplify the part in the parentheses. So I want to 3 times 16, and then divide it by 9, and I'm going to math fraction it to turn it back into a fraction. I have 16 over 3. So I have log base 6, 16 over 3. Same thing on number 10. So I have log base 3, 5. Exponent moves back, so I have plus log 3, 2 cubed, minus log base 3, 25. Then I want to simplify. So I have log base 3, 5, plus log base 3, 2 cubed is 8, minus log base 3, 25. Then I want to rewrite, so I have log base 3, 5 times 8 over 25. I want to simplify this in the calculator. Turn it back into a fraction. I get 8/5. Okay. Same thing with ln. I'm going to turn it back into an exponent, so it's going to become ln 3 to the 4th plus ln 2 minus ln 16. 3 to the 4th is 81. Then I want to rewrite. So I have ln 81 times 2 divided by 16. The ln stays the same, and then I type this into my calculator. I get 81 over 8. Same thing over here on number 12. I have ln of 4. The 3 goes back to being an exponent, so plus ln 3 cubed minus ln 12. Then I want to rewrite my exponent, so it turns into 3 cubed is 27. Then I rewrite. I have ln 4 times 27 divided by 12. Which gives me 9. These ones want me to solve the equation. What I need to do to solve is I need to rewrite them to have the same base. So this is already a 5. 5 to the negative 2 gives me 1/25, so I rewrite that part. And then I keep the old exponent. Then I want to distribute, so I have 5 to the x, pen, don't die, equals 5 to the negative 2x plus 4, because I distribute. Okay. Then what I want to do here is I want to take my exponents, since I have the same base, and set them equal. So I have x equals negative 2x plus 4. Then I add 2x to both sides. I get 3x equals 4. I divide by 3 on both sides. I get x equals 4/3. So I want to do the same thing on number 14. So I'm going to rewrite it. I have 4 to the x. 4 to the negative 2 gives me 1/16. Okay. Then I want to distribute my exponent. So I have 4 to the negative 2x. And then plus 2. I take my exponents and set them equal together. So I have x equals negative 2x plus 2. Then I add 2x to both sides. I have 3x equals 2. I divide by 3. I get x equals 2/3. Okay. This one I want to rewrite. So I'm going to rewrite it as log base 4 of 4x equals log base 4 of 28. I want to do this so I can get the x alone. And my log base 4 and 4 cancel out. So then I have x equals log base 4, 28. And I want to type that into the calculator. So I have math, scroll down to log base, then this is 4, and 28, which gives me 2.40. Same thing on number 16. So I'm going to write it as log base 3, 3 to the x equals log base 3, 42. Over on the left, it cancels out. I get x equals log base 3, 42. And I want to type that in. 3. Duh. Which gives me 3.40. Weird. I can do the same thing for number 17. I could do do log base 4 to the 3x minus 9.
Alex Livingston, please go to room 208. Alex Livingston, please go to room 208.
Okay. This cancels out. I get 3x minus 9 equals, I can do log base 4 of 1. So I go math, log base 4, 1, which gives me 0. And I solve this like a normal math equation. So I add 9 to both sides. I have 3x equals 9, divide by 3, x equals 3. Same thing with numbers. I could do the same thing with number 18, or I know that anything to the 0 power is 1. So I could solve it this way by rewriting that 1 as a power of 6. Then I have my two exponents I can set equal to each other. I subtract 12. I have 3x equals negative 12. Divide by 3, x equals negative 4. Okay. Number 9, I want to solve this by rewriting it as an exponent to get rid of the log base. So I have 5 log base 5 x plus 3 equals 5 squared. On my left side, 5 and log base 5 cancel out. Then I have x plus 3 equals 5 squared is 25. Subtract 3, x equals 22. Same thing for number 20. So I have 3 to the exponent log base 3 x minus 2 equals, should have been 3 to the 4th. So on my left side, they cancel out. I have x minus 2, 3 to the 4th is 81. I add 2 to both sides, x equals 83. Number 21 I want to solve, but I have to put it back as an exponent before I can get rid of the word log. So I have log x squared equals log 2x plus 8. I can focus on just the inside pieces. So now I have x squared equals 2x plus 8. I want to get everything over to the same side, so I subtract 2x and 8. I get x squared minus 2x minus 8 equals 0. I'm looking for what multiplies to negative 8 and adds to negative 2. That would be negative 4 and positive 2. I would take those and set them to equal, take them and set them equal to 0 and solve, or I can just change their signs. So I get x equals 4, x equals negative 2. X equals negative 2 can't be an answer because I can't plug in negatives into a log. So my only answer here is x equals 4. I'm going to solve 22 the same way. So I'm going to have log x squared equals log x plus 30. Then I rewrite it without the log, so I have x squared equals x plus 30. I subtract x, I subtract 30. I get x squared minus x minus 30 equals 0. I'm looking for what multiplies to negative 30 and adds to negative 1. This is going to be negative 6 and positive 5. I change my sign, so I have positive 6, negative 5. Same thing as before, negatives don't work, so I only have positive 6 as my answer. Okay, for numbers 23 onward, I want to use the calculator. It wants me, this one is telling me it's an exponential function, so when I go and type my points in, that'll be important. I'm going to go to Stat, Edit. I want to get you out of the light. Okay, now I need to see my points. I have 1 and 3 for my x values, 6 and 54 for my y. Then I go second quit. I go stat. I go to calc. Because it told me it's exponential, I want to scroll down until I see exp_reg, which is 0. I go all the way down to calculate and press enter, and then I just plug into the equation. So I have y equals 2 times 3 to the x. Same thing for number 4. So I'm going to go stat, edit, X are L1, Y are L2, so I have 4 and 5 for my X's. And then I have 162 and 486 for my Y's. I go stat calc. That was choice, I don't remember. 0. And I have Y equals, weird, 2, 3 to the X. Okay, these ones are the same. It says find the exponential model, so same thing I did up above. I'm going to do stat, edit, and then I'm going to clear out my list. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.64, 2, 2.3. What? None of that saved. 1.64. 2, 2.36, 2.72. I go second mode. I go stat, calc. I'm still finding exponential equations, so I go to 0. I go down to calculate. This gives me y equals, I'm going to round to 2 decimal places since these are not nice numbers. I get 1.4, 0. I said 2 decimal places. I would actually round to 1. 1.41. And then in parentheses 1.18 exponent x. Same thing for 26, so I'm going to go enter those. This time my x1s are 0, 1, 2, 3. And my y's are 4200, 3780, 3402, 3061.8. I go stat, calc, 0. All the way down to calculate. I get y equals 4200 times 0.9 to the x. Okay. Number 27 gives me this chart and it's telling me it's measuring tree height. This one tells me it wants a linear function. A natural logarithm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to enter my points. I have 1, 4, 6, 10, 12, 14. Then I have 5.5, 15.5, 19.75, 23, 25, 26. Then I go stat, calc. This time I want ln for natural log, so that's choice 9. I calculate. I'm going to round to 2 decimal places, so I have y equals 5.31 plus 7.82 ln x. B wants me to estimate the height of the tree when it's 3 years old, so I am going to plug in 3 for x. So then I just go and type that in. 5.31 plus 7.82 ln 3, which gives me 8.90. Did I say it was in B?